And hello everyone. This is day 4 of our Erasmus Plus Writing Challenge. The topic of the day is project concept development, and I'm still Julia Marcos, still co-facilitator of this challenge and the co-founder of Erasmus Plus community. And tonight I will be staying with you and share something that you wouldn't normally find anywhere in the internet, in the guide. This is something that we developed through time, and the methodology that I can share with you, I was preparing today and I was changing and innovating on the way, because I understand that this is a process that is constantly evolving. And what I will introduce to you now, I haven't introduced even in the organization. As I was saying, today there will be a methodology, and in this methodology we will summarize all those aspects that we discussed in previous days. So let me remind you that we were talking about target groups, we're talking about problems, we were talking about topics and general issues and needs of target groups, we were talking about objectives of Erasmus Plus. Yeah, and today it will all come together into one system. So even if you didn't understand something fully, even if you didn't work it out, tonight there will be an opportunity to see the whole picture. What I will be doing today I will be drawing. Yeah, because I will introduce you the tool called Circle of Creativity. Originally, I discovered this tool in the Netherlands, and generally it was applicable for goals. So it was used there by participants mostly for their life or professional goals. But what we did, we decided, okay, that circle worked out there for any goals, why not to apply it to projects and to project writing? Could be some of you heard about Canvas before or are actively using it. In this challenge, we decided to go, for something more peculiar. Why? Because Canvas can be found online. It's very easy. It's also presented in other courses. I would give you something unique. Okay, so our circle would start with such thing. I'm writing at the same time to show you. Yeah, as a reality check. Yeah, so any project that we are developing, we want to start with a reality check. You might also want to take notes simultaneously because this circle is important. So reality check, or if you remember from the very beginning, we're talking about problem. Yeah, if there is no problem, there is no need to solve it, there is no need for international mobility. So make sure that you have a problem and double check it, yeah, with resources that problem is actually out there. Yeah, like we're talking about Eurostat, we are talking about different research papers. There are companies who do research. Yeah, find some solid data to back up your problem. What else will go in the reality check? In the reality check, you can also already identify your target group. Yeah, because once again, you cannot do projects for everyone. You cannot do projects for all use in Europe. It will not make sense. Your project will not be valuable. Yeah, because the needs of a person, let me say, who is 13 years old and lives on Azores Island and have never been abroad, yeah, is one set of problems, and someone who lives in London or Prague and who is 25 or 27, 28 years old and is a young professional would be totally different. Yeah, so you cannot create a project for everyone. So choose your target audience, and as soon as you have your target audience in mind, you need to jump into their needs, into their fears, into their wishes. So basically talk to them. And that was the topic of Anna's live yesterday. Get to know those people who you will be involving in your mobilities. Reach out to them, make questionnaires, have conversations, have long conversations, because in long conversations and in interviews, more details are revealed and you can really build up the conversation. It's not limited to multiple choice. So all these components fall under reality check. And once you have done that, the second thing that we also did with you already was to create a mission. Yeah, a mission, it can be defined differently. Like could be in some sources, you can see a vision, in some mission. To tell the truth, personally, for me, after being a part of business school for 2 years in school, like vision is something very, very big, and vision mostly goes to organizations. Yeah, at least this is how I see it, or like business. Yeah, but it's really, really far in time. And if we're talking about the project, setting the vision for the project, a little bit, I see a little bit of incoherence here. So my suggestion is to create a mission. What I was repeating before is that mission should be quite abstract but inspiring. Yeah, the mission is more for you, because after the mission, objectives will come. Let me give you a few examples. These are the examples from real projects, and basically tonight I will be sharing those projects that are already approved. These are all the projects of Synergy Bulgaria organization. They got quite high scores from, I think, at least 73 or 74, and up to 87.5 and up to 92, something like this. Okay, so what are some examples of the mission? First, to improve the quality of volunteering projects in Europe by creating a network of qualified youth workers who use innovative approach for leading volunteers. Second, to reduce the level of youth unemployment in Europe by providing young people with top 10 skills required on the labor market in 2020. Third, to empower youth workers to see uncertainty of a changing environment as an opportunity for personal transformation by improving their resilient skills. Do you see things in common? Like, if you can see things in common, like put plus in the comments, and I will meantime also comment. Yeah, so what generally unites all these three mission statements? Yeah, it's what we want. It's like improve the quality, reduce the level, empower. And then comes who, like youth workers, providing young people, improve the quality of volunteering projects, yeah, by creating a network of youth workers. And the third is component, how are we going to do it? Yeah, by providing young people with top 10 skills required on the labor market in 2020, or by creating a network of qualified youth workers who use innovative approach for leading volunteers. So once again, in our mission, and I saw some of the comments with guys also creating their mission statements, we use three components. Yeah, like what we want to create, how are we going to do it, or through what methods, through what approach, and who we are going to do it for. Again, yeah, as you see here, mission is very ambitious. It talks about European level. That's why we call it mission. Yeah, as I said before, it should be wide and inspiring. We are not talking about objectives, because of course, if you set an objective to decrease the level of youth unemployment in Europe by organizing one youth exchange, okay, that would be too over-promising, too ambitious, and most probably, yeah, will raise some questions in the eyes of the assessors. Okay, guys. So once again, yeah, we have a reality check, we have a mission, and out of there, we go into more concrete things. Where we go now, we go into objectives. I have seen a lot of projects. Some projects say, okay, here is an aim and here are 5 objectives. Some projects say, here is a mission and here are the goals. Yeah, the terms can be different. I suggest to you what works personally for me and what we are going to use in our organization further on, because it proved to be the most effective. Yeah, so stating the mission, and mission can be stated in the application form. Why not? Because if mission is aligned with mission of your organization, yeah, it has a very good impression. It's like, okay, it's aligned. And especially those organizations who got their youth accreditation, yeah, there were a lot of questions about where you're moving, what is your aim, what is your goal, where do you see yourself in 5-7 years. So if you show that this project is aligned with what you do, this is always good. But objectives should be very specific. Let me give you a couple of examples how objectives work. So there were 3 objectives. First, to get to know different national realities for NEET, to share, analyze good practices and identify the underlying success criteria. And third, to create and share a motivational manual made by and for young people in NEET situations. You see, these things are more concrete. Yeah, so here you can basically define the steps, and afterwards it's easy to check out. The second example is taken from another youth exchange, and it has several objectives. I will read not 4, but like 2 or 3 of them. So the first one is discover and develop top 10 skills important for labor market starting from 2020. Share experience, knowledge, and good practice between youngsters in various spheres like creative thinking, emotional intelligence, teamwork, and leadership. and improve participants' intercultural awareness and expressions through discovery of new traditions, lifestyles, cultures, and habits. Yeah, as you see, these things are more concrete, and while implementing activity and designing the program and afterwards delivering the program, yeah, we can check out, okay, was it reached or wasn't it reached? And then if it was reached, how exactly was it reached? So guys, what is important? Yeah, we are talking about Erasmus Plus. That's why I was mentioning before, but let me mention once again, and it will be the next step, not only to develop objectives for your youth exchange or, for example, training course, yeah, but make them align with Erasmus Plus objectives. Yeah, what it means, like, it means that you go to the guide, and you check, oh, okay, does it overlap or not? And if it doesn't overlap, I'm sorry, you need to review your objectives, because this is what assessors will be paying attention to. Let me do one trick right now. By the way, yeah, I'm talking a lot. And guys, just tell me in comments whether what I say makes sense. Just put pluses if we are on the same page. Yeah, if you understand what I really mean. Or if there are any questions that appear on the way, then please drop your questions in comments so that I can explain. Remember that during my last live, I was showing you the objectives from the guide. So let's go there. Give me a moment. Let's go there. And what I want us to do now, I'm sorry, something went wrong. What I want us to do, yeah, I read out loud for you the objectives of 2 youth exchanges. Yeah, what you do? So you set your objectives and then you go to the guide and you read. Okay, foster intercultural dialogue and learning and feeling of being European. Develop skills and attitudes of young people. Strengthen European values and breaking down prejudices and stereotypes. Raise awareness about socially relevant topics and thus stimulate engagement in society and active participation. Let's take the last youth exchange where we were talking about top 10 skills. Yeah, I go back and then I'm saying, okay, discover and develop top 10 skills important for labor market starting from 2020. Okay, does it coincide with develop skills and attitudes of young people? Yeah, like, okay, there is an overlap. Or if we go into, for example, share experience, knowledge, and good practice between youngsters and so on and so forth. Yeah, can I find it here? Yes, most probably I can find it here. Yeah, when we're talking about the objective of discovering need situation in different countries, is it about raising awareness about socially relevant topics and stimulating engagement and so on and so forth? Yes, it is. Yeah, it doesn't mean that it should coincide with all the objectives, but it should be relevant and you should be able to find their objectives from Erasmus Plus and from European strategies that are used. And for young people, it's very much about engage, empower, and what was it? Okay, you got me with 3 words, connect. Once you're done with your objectives, yeah, we will go into the main activity. And this is the place of it in the circle of creativity. Yeah, so once again, reality check, mission, objectives, Erasmus Plus objectives, and main activity. So basically here in KA1, we are talking about international mobilities of young people or youth workers. And we were also talking before that we always should check, okay, can I resolve the problem with international mobility? And then if yes, we are planning the project. So basically on the stage, when you have your objectives, when you know who you're going to work with, when you know their needs and you're ready to develop the program, what is good is to have a bigger picture of what would be the main activity. Yeah, and here we can use a simple model which is known as 6why, which is what, why, how, when, where, and what. Let me give you an example. Yeah, I think I will give you one example. Resilient is a 7-day international training course for youth workers with the main topic of resilience and adapting to change skills. It will have a special focus on the target group of youth workers who face economical, social, geographical, and cultural obstacles. The main event will take place in Gabrovo, Bulgaria during April 2021. It's postponed. And it will involve 7 partners from 7 countries: Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Greece, Italy, Spain, Germany, and Croatia, that will take part in the project with 25 participants. The learning process will be supported by 2 experienced trainers as well as 1 facilitator. Yeah, so basically on this stage, you just describe what the mobility will be, and of course, put all the details. We will be talking, of course, about it later in this challenge. Yeah, we'll be talking about all the practical arrangements, the activity itself, the activity program, but I just wanted to mention it now to place it in the circle of creativity. And there will be 3 more components, which I will not stop very much at, because again, these are the topics, but it's important to close the loop. So it would be planning, it would be implementation, and it would be results. Okay, so basically, if we're going back to our circle, not quite circle, but what to do. Yeah, now we discussed main activity, and once you know what you want, there will be the stages of planning, there will be the stage of implementation, and then there will be the stage of getting the results or follow-up, and basically then you can go back to reality check and see whether something changed on the way or not. Guys, what is here very important? Yeah, your objectives and your results should be very much aligned. Your main activity and reality check should also be aligned, yeah? Because once you know the needs and issues, then you craft the program. Your objectives should be aligned with Erasmus+. You see, so basically in this circle, there are other connections on the way between different elements. Everything starts with what we already discussed, yeah, with reality check, with statistics, with the problem, with the target group, with their issues and needs. And out of there, when we decide that we want to solve it with an international mobility, we go into mission and we shape something big and inspiring, mostly for us. And out of that, we shape project objectives, which are more specific and which afterwards can be reviewed so that we see whether the project was successful. And after that, we align it with Erasmus+ objectives. And when you're done with this part of circle, what you can plan the main activity. And once again, main activity should be aligned with the needs and issues that you define from your target group, as well as it should involve non-formal and informal learning methods. Again, we'll be talking about them later, no worries. And when you're sure what you want to do, there will be planning stage, there will be implementation stage, and there will be the stage of getting the results and evaluating your project. Yeah, and then you can go back and see, okay, how was it? Did it become better now compared to what was before? Your homework, let's assume that you're already done with reality check, that you were really following our previous Facebook lives and you have your reality check and you have your mission. So what I want you to do this time, yeah, I want you this time to define your objectives and then make sure they are correlated with Erasmus+ objectives. And that's it. Let's stop here. It's Friday evening. We'll be talking about other things a little bit later. And no worries, we will go till the end of the circle and till the end of the challenge. You will be like your whole idea will be very much crystal clear for you. Don't forget that we don't have weekends. We continue tomorrow, and tomorrow there will be another great topic. Tomorrow we'll be talking about participants profile, and then we go to partners and the team. And let me give you a sneak peek that for finding partners, we will create an opportunity right in our community. So you will be able to present your project ideas, and I hope at that moment it will be already a shaped idea and find other partners who are ready to participate. That's it from me for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it useful. And if yes, give me some reactions in comments, and see you in the following days. Ciao, ciao.